I posted a copy of the quadratic formula program for the TI-84 on the Moodle in the SI resources. So if you needed a copy of that program, it's right here. When you get it, you'll have to download it, and I'll talk you through how to get it on your calculator. So let's start for a minute. We need to figure out what kind of calculator you have. So first of all, you must have an 84, you wouldn't be here, despite my kind of pushing this $20 calculator, which really does everything you need and does it a little easier than the 84. You are telling yourself, well, wait a minute, I have this fancy $144, $110, $126 calculator. Why do I need a cheaper calculator? Well, that's your business. This is the TI-84 is a wonderful calculator, especially good for graphing. For some reason, the math department at LSU is about now 40 years behind the times on what they allow students to use, and they still don't allow graphing calculators in the classes, most of the classes that you would actually need one for. It does do all kinds of great things, but it doesn't handle complex numbers that well, which is why I like this one. It also does not have a built-in quadratic formula program, and that's because this one, the 84, is really designed mostly for high school, and so high school teachers maybe wanted students to have to use the quadratic formula. Again, I'm not sure. Use it, in Algebra 1 and then you're done with it, but no one asks me. Okay, so you've got your 84, you need to get a quadratic formula program on it. First thing is you need to have a mini USB connector. So this is the first kind, well, not the first kind, but this was an early kind of connector. It looks like this. If your calculator is one that needs to be charged, this is the kind of charger that you have. These connections are kind of finicky. If you find that your connection to the computer doesn't seem to be working, it's probably the cable and not the calculator, not always. But that's the connection that you'll need. The mini USB will plug into your calculator. I've never used Camtasia with the camera, so I'm not sure where the camera is. I mean, I know where the camera is. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but on the 84 CE, which is the nice kind of color calculator, it's got a slimmer profile. Where you plug it in is on the side, right here, right there. If you have an older calculator, the 84 Silver Edition or 84 Plus, then where you'll plug it in is right here on the top. Okay, then you will need to have a program to get it. Okay, and this is how you know which one you have. So if you have an older calculator, it'll be thicker. It probably will take AAA batteries. Yeah, AAA batteries. Not necessarily. There are some, like the color one, that is chargeable, but it'll have the USB port on top. And this is an 84, and it doesn't matter if you have an 84 Silver Edition or older, if you just have an 84 Plus. So there's that type. All of these will use one software. Or if you have the newer ones, the 84 Plus CE, and you'll know it's CE because it says CE on top. And those are the ones that are thinner in profile. So, and those use different software. So if you need to get the software to load the program onto your computer, I put the links for you on Moodle. So if you go to Moodle, you have the TI Connect software for 84 Plus, the older one, or 84 CE newer calculator. So you'll just go to the correct link and download for PC or Mac, whichever one you want. Now I'm going to go through first for the older calculator for the 84 Silver Edition. If you have a TI 84 CE, one of the newer ones, you can skip ahead to about time marker 840. What you'll need to do is on Moodle, you'll need to download well, you need to install the software, so get the correct software, and then download the Quadform program and save it somewhere on your computer. Make sure you know where it is. I don't know where mine is. Let me see where it is. I put it in a folder in my downloads called Slope. I don't know why I have that, but there it is. Okay. Alright. Now, you will start your TI Connect. So, this will be in TI Tools. In TI Tools, and go to TI Connect. Plug your calculator in. And your computer should recognize it. Go to TI Device Explorer. And if the cable connection works, at this point, it'll take it a minute. It's kind of slow. And it'll show you the things that are on your calculator. Okay, so then what you need to do is we want to open the folder where you saved your program, and you can just click and drag it to program. On mine, I already have it on the calculator. It's asking me if I want to replace it or rename it or skip it. I'll just replace it. Okay, so if you have loaded the program onto your TI-84 Plus and you don't need to use the TI-84 CE, then you can skip ahead to about time marker 11 where I show how to use the program. I was saying the first thing you need to do is make sure you download the Quadform program and save it somewhere in your computer where you know where it is. And then also make sure you have installed the TI Connect software for CE, because we're doing the TI for CE. And then you'll start the TI Connect CE software. TI Connect CE. And plug in your calculator. It should show up. It'll show up with all the variables. Open up a window that has the program in it. So quadform.8xp, and you can just drag it to the calculator. Mine is telling me that I already have something with that name, and I'm okay with that. I'll just replace it. And there we have it. It is now on my calculator. If I look for the programs, it's Quadform is the one that we're using. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to use the Quadform program. Okay, so I'm going to demo the program on this is the older calculator, which does not have as nice a display, so it won't show up as nice. First, make sure that you are in you do have at least one of the two complex modes enabled, because if you want to solve an equation that has complex answers, that will be better. Then to run the program, you'll push program. Depending on your calculator, you may have a screen at this point where you need to choose TI Basic. If you don't, then it'll just show up on the list of programs that you have. It's Quadform. Press enter, and then it'll ask for A, B, and C. So I'll say 1, 1, 1, and it'll give me a complex answer. It starts off by giving it to me in the way I'd have to put it on a math test: 1/2 plus or minus the square root of -3/2. It tells me what the discriminant is. It tells me it doesn't have real solutions. It's paused. You can tell it's paused with these little dots up here. Press enter, and it tells me the complex solution: -1/2 plus or minus I square root of 3/2. And then I added these lines at the very end that just gives it to you in decimal format. So these aren't whoever wrote the program the first time, those aren't in there, but I had it just like write it here, just decimal form, because that's what will be useful for engineering. And then press enter. And then to see that it works on the problem that we had A was 269.24, B was -3.38 times 10 to the 7th, and C was 9.23 times 10 to the 11th. And then this is kind of hard to read, and then like I said, the display on the older calculator is not as big, and you only get one of the answers that shows up because of the size of the numbers, and that's why I added the extra 2 lines at the end. So if you have the CE, you would see both answers at this point: x equals 85,000 something and x equals 40,000 something. But if you press enter, then you'll see both of the answers there. And for the problem we did, those were omega squared, so then you'd have to take the square root of them. And that's that.